You see her across the room at a party. She's not loud. She's not desperate for attention. Yet somehow, every man seems pulled toward her like gravity. She floats through conversations with ease, always at the center without ever trying to be. When you finally get introduced, it feels electric. In just minutes, she makes you believe you're the most interesting man she's spoken to all night. She asks the right questions, laughs at the right time, leans in just enough to make you feel like there's something personal happening between the two of you, something nobody else in the room could understand. It feels special until you look closer. Because underneath that charm isn't just confidence, it's skill. The way she reads your reactions, how smoothly she pivots conversations, how she brings intimacy into play without any awkwardness. It feels almost rehearsed. And that's because it often is. What you're witnessing are not just natural instincts, but patterns refined through repetition. This isn't her first time running this dance. It might be her 100th. Most men see this and think, wow, she's confident. This is rare, and I've struck gold. But what they're really seeing is the effect of experience. Deep experience. The kind of experience that actually changes how someone approaches connection. And if you don't learn to recognize these signs, you might find yourself falling for something that was never real in the first place. The truth is, women who have been with many men often reveal it in ways they don't even realize. And today, I'm going to walk you through those subtle signs because catching them early could save you years of wasted time and heartbreak. Let's start with one of the easiest to miss. How quickly she becomes comfortable. A healthy woman untouched by too much emotional erosion has natural caution around new connections. She doesn't dive headfirst into intimacy because trust takes time to build. That's not shyness. It's psychology. It's protection. But when you meet someone who seems too comfortable, too open, too quick to share or touch, it's not always confident. It can be routine. It's a sign that intimacy has become casual, ordinary, almost mechanical. Think of a lock that's been forced open too many times. At some point, it doesn't really lock anymore. That's what repeated relationships do to natural caution. It wears it away. So, when she's instantly deep, instantly vulnerable, instantly physical, you might feel incredible chemistry. But often, what you're really experiencing is muscle memory. And here's where men get trapped. They mistake this smoothness for connection when in reality, it's a well-rehearsed performance. You can't recreate the magic of a first with someone who's lived through dozens. Those firsts aren't special anymore. They're just steps in a routine. Now, let's flip it. On the other end of the spectrum, some women with long dating histories build walls so thick you can't break through no matter what you do. These are the women who seem fun, outgoing, even flirty. But the second you steer toward anything meaningful, you hit a brick wall. They'll deflect with humor, change the subject, or put the spotlight back on you. Ask about their childhood. Suddenly, the topic changes. Ask about their fears, their goals, their deepest thoughts. They dodge, and the relationship feels uneven because you're always the one opening up while she keeps everything locked away. This happens because every past heartbreak adds another layer of armor until vulnerability becomes impossible. You get the surface version of her, but never the real person underneath. And you'll drain yourself trying to break through those walls, not realizing they were designed to stop you from ever getting in. Another major sign is her social network. Women with extensive romantic histories rarely cut ties with their past. Exes, just friends, men from every stage of her life. They're all still around. On the surface, it looks harmless, but pay attention. Does she have weak female friendships, but countless male best friends? Do men from different life periods still text her regularly? Does she get defensive when you question it? That's not coincidence. These networks aren't random. They're insurance policies. They provide validation, backup attention, emotional security. And here's the harsh truth. You'll always be competing. Competing with her ex who still calls. Competing with the coworker she texts late at night. Competing with a guy friend who's just waiting for his chance. Her loyalty isn't to you, it's to the network. And once you see that pattern, you realize no matter how much you give, you're just one of many. Then there's intimacy itself. With the right woman, Intimacy is spontaneous. It's about connection, about wanting each other. But with a woman who's played this game too many times, intimacy can become currency. A bargaining chip. She gives more when she wants something, pulls back when she's unhappy, uses it as leverage in fights. Love stops being love and starts being business. You'll feel like you're earning affection instead of receiving it freely. You'll feel like you're constantly performing to make sure she doesn't withhold it. That's not passion. That's manipulation. And some women take this further. They study men not out of empathy, but out of strategy. They know exactly which emotional buttons to press, which games to play, which moments to create, so you mistake intensity for connection. One day, she'll pull back just enough to make you chase. The next, she'll flood you with affection so you feel high. That cycle, intermittent reinforcement, is the same system casinos use to create addiction. And men fall for it, mistaking it for passion. Here's another overlooked sign: the way she talks about the past. A healthy woman protects the intimacy of past relationships because she knows those moments are private. But women with too much history lose that instinct. They'll casually drop intimate details into conversation as if they're talking about a TV show. And if you ever express discomfort, they flip it back on you. You're insecure. You're jealous. You're controlling. But that's not the issue. The issue is boundaries. And when someone treats private moments like casual stories, your private moments won't stay private either. Now, let's talk about patterns. Because one of the biggest giveaways isn't what she says, it's her history. Look at how her relationships unfold. Is it always the same story? A fiery beginning, instant passion, constant communication, and then like clockwork, it collapses within months. That's not bad luck. That's addiction to novelty. That's someone who lives for the high of the beginning, but has no idea how to handle the middle, the routine, the boring, but beautiful parts of real love. And guess what? She'll tell you this one feels different. She'll say you're special. But she said that before, too. And if every story ends the same way, there's a reason. Social media is another battleground. Look at her behavior online. Is she constantly posting thirst traps, cryptic stories, or innocent pictures designed to pull in comments and attention from dozens of men? Does her day feel incomplete without likes, compliments, validation? That's not confidence. That's dependency. And you'll never be enough for someone who needs a crowd to feel alive. Then there's the money test. Women who've been in the game too long often test financial boundaries early. At first, it's small, mentioning a broken phone, hinting at an expensive date, joking about how nice it would be if someone took care of this or that. Then it grows. Rent struggles, car troubles, dream vacations. The timing is never random. It's always when you're most emotionally invested. And here's the key. Watch how she reacts when you don't step in. Does she go cold, distant, disappointed? That's not sharing. It's fishing. Finally, the most dangerous pattern, crisis creation. These women know that drama fuels attention. So just when things feel stable, out of nowhere, boom. A fight, a meltdown, a sudden crisis that demands all your focus, and the cycle repeats because peace doesn't serve her. Stability doesn't keep her hooked. Chaos does. Men confuse this with passion. They think she fights this hard because she cares. No, she fights this hard because she needs the chaos.